I think we've been sitting in the menu long enough. Alright, everybody, welcome to Tavern Talk. We are back with, I guess this one is it, right? What, this one? Guess we're going with the autosave? What? No, that's not it. I mean, it's a good song, but that's not what we want to. Hell, did I not save the DLC? Play DLC. Oh, okay. Jesus, this thing had me scared. I apparently had to click on play DLC. Alright, there we go. Day 5, the Eye of the Storm, 50th of the Primordial Moon. Honestly, it's been a while since we played this game. I know that we sent Elfie's brother with some people to do something. That's what I remember. Great memory, I know, right? Would you look at that? The weather's cleared up. Does that mean they were successful? Hopefully no one turned into fog. Oh yeah, that's the group. Or one of the groups, I guess. Good morning, innkeeper. Missed us? I did. But I consoled myself with the hope that you guys would bring the sun back to my tavern, which you did. I take it the quest was a success? Bingo! Congratulations. Seems like you three saved the soul once again. Or at least you saved a lot of people from getting lost. Speaking of which, where's Olander? What? He was right behind us. Maybe he got distracted by the bakery? Can't blame him for that. We almost lost Dinty there as well. Yeah, maybe that triad ate him. I guess someone has to check. Bummer. Looks like I'll have to miss out on a drink. Are you just trying to avoid the recap? Nah, I'm doing that pretty elf a favor. I'm offering my seat so it can be part of whatever this is. I have more than enough chairs. See ya! Can I please offer someone a drink? Not love one. Very well, detective. Any specific wishes? Something that will fire up my brain so I'll be well prepared for my next case. On it. Alright, we need some brain stuff. We have some new drinks. Is the nebula still a thing? No. Alright, so we need brains. Peak Sunrise would do a thing. The Silent Owl would also do a thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Silent Owl or Peak Sunrise? Sure, let's go for Silent Owl. No. That is absolutely no. This is actually great. Alright, so we need one of this and two of that. And ta-da! Here we get Silent Owl. Pretty sure you like this one. Ooh, taste test. Delicious. No ancient puzzles or spirits will be safe for me ever again. Now, care to tell me more about your heroic quest in the Highlands? Happily. I've traveled to Varika many times, but because of the weird storm it was really hard to tell where we were going. I don't know exactly how we did it, but somehow Ollie could still figure out north from south. There he is. Some would also call it a skill. Welcome back to my tavern. Did Una save you from the brat? Barely. Good to hear. Your companions were just singing your praises. No, not the praises. Anyway. Thanks to Ollie's fantastic sense of direction, we traveled so fast. When we finally reached the foot of the mountain, you know, the one with the dragon temple, suddenly the ground beneath us started rumbling and shaking. At first I thought I had accidentally stepped on a trap or freed another angry spirit. But it was the Grievre. You say that like it was nothing. It was huge. A huge snake with wings. It was just as friendly as Carl said. Even Ollie was able to talk to it. Simply reasoned with it. Needed help from the priest and it saw the necessity, so it offered to take us uphill. It was so cool. I bet Archie's gonna be so jealous when I tell him I've written a Grievre. Was very reckless. All of us couldn't have gotten hurt. Sometimes I wonder if you're allergic to fun. Admit it, Ollie. You really like the Grievre too. I saw you studying its skills. It was interesting, I guess. Fascinating creature. And surprisingly gentle. See? Admitting it didn't hurt. Right? It almost did. The Grievre carried us all the way to the top of the mountain to the Dragon Temple store. Finally, I'd get to talk to the priests and figure out how to fix my sword rope. Leviathan sword trap, of course. The priests were amazed by the sword rope even though it was broken. They said it was oozing divinity, which sounded unhealthy, but also like a good thing. Una got them to invite us into the divine workshop to get a closer look at the forging materials. I'm pretty sure she looked through every single one of the crates trying to find metal we could fuse with the sword rope. She also pocketed a lot of the crystals. Maybe she'll give you some later, innkeeper. Sure, I won't mind stolen goods. Totally. They won't totally don't find it here. What? Nothing. Anyway, even though Una was wearing her coolest goggles, none of the medals were ancient enough to match ours. She wasn't about to give up. Even though it was unlikely to work, she was willing to try with some copper. First she wanted to enforce it with some crystals though. And guess what? The priest said the forges can melt anything. Cool, right? Very. Speaking of crystals, do you think you could make me a drink with some citron, innkeeper? I'm craving one. How could I ever refuse you? With citron. I might believe, is this the citron? This is not citron. Oh. What? Am I being legally blind again? Yeah, letters are luminous algae, a phoenix chili, a panda sage, honey flower, ghostberry saberfang, lotus flower, and citron. Am I blind? Lotus flowers? Is this citron? Oh, that's the citron. Oh my god, I might be stupid. But that's fine, because we're all a little bit stupid. From time to time, you know? No offense. Just like me with pouring that in here for whatever God knows reason. And a steel tonic with citron coming up. A drink with digestible citron, just for you.
Thank you. It's just as tasty as I'd hoped. Though, not as crunchy.
Anyway, can we get back to Una's cool concept? Gladly. We decided to fix the Sotra by building the missing parts out of obsidian copper. A brand new trope, so to speak. I helped Una draw up the blueprints based on Archie's and my studies. We added some flower engravings too, because Pi always says there's nothing happier than flowers. And then Clay and Una got to forging.
She trusted me with the heavy lifting while she did all the finicky stuff. I learned so much. I asked if she could help me redecorate my animal shelter sometime too. She said yes. I'm excited.
I give better woodworking class. Nah, good choice. You come up with something great. More explosive. And she's also great. Exactly. What part of the forging did you take on, Holander? Only didn't like our approach. It's not that I didn't like it, it just seemed ineffective. The plan was to convince the spirit to go back inside the zoetrope. They wanted to fundamentally change the original design. I thought, what's the point of changing it so much that the spirit might not even recognize it anymore? Going for all that effort wouldn't be worth it. It would just make it angrier, and a waste of time.
I told him that change doesn't have to be bad though. Sure, we can rebuild the zoetrope exactly how it was before. But who was to say the spirit won't like its new home? Maybe not in the same way, maybe not as much, but in a new way. I don't think we should deny ourselves joy just because something feels unfamiliar to us. Besides, what we wanted to give it was peace, happiness, and happiness, not nostalgia.
Well, yeah. Doesn't really help for life lessons at the time. Probably was useful to get acquainted with our surroundings. Just one of the priests for a tour. Showed me the clock tower, the enchanted statues that desecrated altar of the ever-burning flame. They were still pretty down about the primordial flood extinguishing it. Said the temple felt cold without it, no matter how many candles are lit, and so on and so forth. Should have listened more carefully, but something was off. Couldn't quite put my finger on it at first. Like the calm before a storm when the air slows right before the first lightning strike. Meanwhile, Ona and Clay were doing an amazing job. But the obsidian copper just didn't want to combine with the material of the zoetrope.
Ooh.
It's okay, Clay. Don't be sad. What happened?
When Una tried to slip the final piece into place, I brought down the hammer.
Boom! Just like that, the zoetrope shattered into 1,000 pieces. Una said the metal got brittle after being exposed to the forge's flame for so long.
I destroyed it.
You couldn't have known. And then, as if summoned by the final destruction of its home, we heard a loud crash from outside. I was just heading back from the clock tower when the sky tore apart and the blazing bright comet struck the courtyard. The floor cracked and the statue splintered into pieces. The temple stood right there, enraged and mighty. Didn't pay the priest and I any attention. Instead, it was focused on the workshop. Like an angry flame, it rushed over in that direction, consuming everything in its path. I ran after it as fast as I could.
Before we could even check what was going on outside, the Tempest Blast opened the door and forced itself inside.
It looked even angrier than the last time I saw it, and I got really scared. The around us was scorching hot, but I was frozen solid. I just couldn't move. Couldn't do anything.
It's okay, Melly. We all feel that way sometimes.
Your fear is there to keep you alive. Mindless, reckless heroism is not always the answer. You sometimes try worse, and you found it just in time, didn't you? I did. I felt his hand on my shoulder, then I looked at him, and just gave him a nod. I had to try. I carefully stepped forward and said, sorry that your home was broken, and I left you all alone and scared. But we can find you a new home, I promise. Nothing to offer except for our help. Didn't even know where we could find it, a new home. That was all I could do. Suddenly, it rushed towards me. I flinched and closed my eyes. But the heat never came.
I had quickly pulled her behind me. I knew I could withstand it.
I hurried across the yard, jumping over the debris and into the building, right when the tempest was about to attack them. There were flames and swirling fog everywhere. It was hard to see. I had nothing on me, so I threw myself between them and the tempest. You hacked it. Sort of. Like a bastion of calm, I stood my ground, felt bitterly against my embrace. Reminded me of a child having a temper tantrum. Even when the flames fully engulfed me, I chose not to let go. Sure. That sounds like a great idea.
The tempest flickered irritably, like it was fighting against Ollie's embrace.
Instead of letting go, I hugged it tighter. Ollie was fully ablaze. It looked like he was burning. Just that, I didn't. The flames didn't hurt me, it felt like it was embracing me too. It's okay, I said. We've got you. We'll find a place for you. Don't know if I believed my own words, but it's what Melly would have said. Just closed my eyes and hoped I'd make it out alive. Suddenly, the raging storm around us changed. It was still there, but it got quieter, less angry, more sad. The flames grew soft and engulfed me comfortably. It was warm like the first spoonful of soup after a cold day. Of course, it wanted a hug, so I stepped forward and wrapped my arms tightly around both of them.
That's when purple mist started swirling around them like a veil, first quickly, then slower. All its anger and fear melted away in the embrace. I was so moved, I had to hug them as well, like a big group hug.
So, all it needed was a hug? That was absolutely insane guesswork. Just wanted to hold it back at first, but then it just kind of happened. What happened next?
With the storm and its anger dissipating, the tempest shrunk in size.
It got so small, it was floating in Ollie's hands. Seems like it really blew off some steam with that hug.
But there was still so much sadness. It had lost its purpose. So I offered it a new purpose. I asked it to come back to the shelter with me and act as a guide.
A guide?
Sometimes new arrivals will get led astray by will-o-wisps, and I'd love it to act as a guiding light so they won't get lost.
Sure, that's a beautiful idea.
I think so too.
Tempest seemed to flourish at the thought. Couldn't give it back its zoetrope, at least we could offer it a new home. What happened with all the destruction it left behind? Well, the priests were not amused. Understandable, given what happened. But when I appeased the priest, she promised we'd help them rebuild it.
We did, a bit, as much as we could right then. Rebuilding everything will take some time though. Una's already planning her trip back, but we wanted to get back to the tavern first. Once when we make it back to the shelter, Melly and I want to build a brazier so the tempest will always feel cozy.
Sounds like a great place for barbecues.
Indeed.
Will you join us, Ollie? You know what? Sure. I think I could stop by for a few days. But first, I need a break. Desperately. Saving the world is pretty exhausting, isn't it? Very. You know what's perfect for a break? A drink? Agreed. Would you like something for your headaches? No, actually I, should check up on those frog ranchers later. And I might have to explain the situation to them, so Got something that could help with that. So either charm or smarts is what you want. Hey, alright, do you know what time it is? It's time to give Ollie a breeze of myself. Hey, we are so back. I did it again. The joke has come back. There we go. Hell yeah. Good old Sunny. Sunny breeze. Coming wait up. There you go. You might have to get accustomed to the taste though. Let me give it a try. It's good. Different from what I usually order, but good. Feel the sudden urge to talk more. This is very weird actually. You'll get used to it. Oh, there she is. Are you guys done with all your yapping yet? You missed the most exciting part. Nah, I think I arrived just in time. I'm craving some free drinks, old pal. Adventures always come with free drinks, you know that. And a hug, especially for Olander. Don't stretch it, innkeeper. What, you don't want one? But you had softened up at last. Maybe after the next adventure. Wait. Wait, what? Is this the end of the DLC? Hello? That was abrupt, to say the least. So the DLC was, I mean, obviously it's not going to be long as the main game, but I was... I mean, I don't even know what to say right now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The stream will continue on going. I will probably play... I'm obviously gonna play something different. If I'm gonna play the... I'm not a human game, or if I play some different kind of game. Probably some different kind of game. Yeah, anything just came really surprising to me. Yeah, I cannot say anything. I'm surprised. Right, just in case I didn't miss anything, I'm just gonna look up a guide now. Oh no, not the guide. Store page. And the store page for the DLC. Emperor's Tantrum. A fresh adventure that takes place with the adventures of Tavern Talk. A new character, a new recipe and infusion. I knew this. I noticed that. 3 hours of new content. I feel like we got maybe 2 hours out of it. Branching narratives, multiple endings. Meet a new familiar, Dindy. What? Meet Olander, yeah. New recipes and infusions, alright. Send of the new character, make more drinks. Oh, what? Yeah. I guess that's it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a great one. Yeah. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all guys in the next game, and bye bye.